So let's talk about the She-Hulk trailer, shall we? Okay, so this is going to be more of a relaxed, shoot the shit type format video because it's the She-Hulk trailer. Before I get started, I ended up getting a mic called a Snowball, because apparently I was told that I should get this mic because it will help with my audio. So for those of you who have seen any of my previous videos with my cam mic, which apparently the audio apparently sucks, I got this. So in the comments, let me know if it makes a difference, if it's better, worse, same, whatever, because I'm just kind of curious. I mean, I spent good money on it. I might as well find out if it's actually worth having bought it. Because again, I got a red light coming up. I don't know how to use a goddamn microphone. Just plug in this cam, talk to the cam, and I'm happy. Anyway, so on to, like I said, I'm just going to be shooting the shit in this video. If you want some type of professional YouTube analysis on the She-Hulk trailer, which I don't even know how you can get a professional YouTube analysis of the She-Hulk trailer, but whatever, go somewhere else, okay? The reason I wanted to make this video is there's two aspects of this trailer that I want to cover. The first one being the trailer itself, but I also want to talk about the initial reaction to the trailer. So I'll be nice Jaded first, then I'll be asshole Jaded later. As for the trailer, obviously the most talked about and controversial aspect of the trailer is the CGI. For those, if you've seen any of my videos and my talking about the comic book movies and stuff like that, I am more focused on the story and the plot. That's my main interest in these shows and in these movies. As for the CGI, it's meh for me. Honestly, it was really weird because I'm looking at it, I'm watching it, and it wasn't until there's that scene with the Hulk and She-Hulk, they were leaping and then they were landing. And even though it was for like almost a half a second, when She-Hulk landed, she had really elongated, skinny arms, elongated, skinny legs. And I ended up thinking, is it just me, or does she look like the CGI model from that Avatar movie by James Cameron, like those blue natives on what was the name of that? I can't remember what they were called, but because they're not called the Avatars because the Avatars are Pandora, I think. Anyway, she actually looks like Disney took the CGI model from that movie and then just used it here, which is why I think it looks so smooth and so outdated. But again, it's fine. It's not a make or break for me. It doesn't really matter because just from the trailer alone, especially the final scene of that trailer, is what is like, yeah, I don't give a rat's ass about this show. I have no interest because it's showing She-Hulk, scanning through, and it's She-Hulk going on a date. And it's like, I don't know about you, and I don't know who this show is geared towards, but I'm really not interested in watching a superhero TV show about what it's like to date as the She-Hulk. I mean, if it was Jennifer scanning and her going on a date and there was the possibility of her transforming into the She-Hulk, that type of comedy, that type of humor, I would have been more interested in. But again, I don't really care about the life and times of what it's like for She-Hulk to date in her 30s. Which also leads into the other issue I had in this movie was the transformation aspect, because is she going to be mainly Jennifer Walters lawyer, or is it going to be mostly She-Hulk, or is it going to be a combination of both? And at the same time, because you had that scene where Hulk is telling Jennifer, your transformations are triggered by anger and fear. So she can't consciously change into She-Hulk. She doesn't permanently change into She-Hulk. So she transforms into She-Hulk because of anger or fear. So then when she calms down, does she revert back to Jennifer? But then at the same time, you have scenes where she's calm and she's normal and she's still She-Hulk. So by this trailer alone, I have no goddamn clue on what they're doing and what they're focusing on and how it's going to work. Obviously, I need to watch the show to be able to find out, and I obviously will. But I have a feeling I'm more going to be watching it just so that I can make videos making fun of it and tearing it apart. I doubt I'm going to be watching it to enjoy it, that's for sure. Because again, it also has this sitcom type feel to it, and I'm more interested in the action adventure aspects of superhero TV shows like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Daredevil. I'd like to have said Moon Knight, but with Moon Knight, right? But I prefer the more action adventure aspect superhero storylines. I'm not really interested in a romantic comedy sitcom superhero movie. I mean, it's an interesting idea. It's a nice take. I don't know. I'm obviously not going to be the target audience, and that's fine. The other thing that I caught was I'm more of my comic book interaction with the She-Hulk was the John Byrne run. And the reason I picked the reason I liked the John Byrne run was because, again, it was also mostly humor oriented. And in the John Byrne run, She-Hulk broke the fourth wall. And just for those of you who don't know, She-Hulk broke the fourth wall long before Daredevil made it cool and did it. So that was by the looks of this trailer, there was not even one scene where She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall, so I doubt they'll be implementing that. That was kind of one of the things I was hoping for, that it was going to be a fourth breaking She-Hulk character show, but I guess they're going, that's Deadpool's thing, and since the majority of you don't really know much about She-Hulk or ever read the John Byrne run, you wouldn't have known. So so I guess the show was going, if we have She-Hulk break the fourth wall, 99% of the audience is going to go, oh, they're just ripping off Deadpool. So I can understand why they didn't do it, but I was kind of hoping for it. Like I said, this is going to be more of me shooting the shit. I don't really care. It's a trailer reaction. What do you want? Unfortunately, the thing is, I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here, so I apologize. I was told that it might very well be more along the lines of a shit stain named Dan Slott. Now, I am not a Dan Slott fanboy because I am a Silver Surfer fanboy. Silver Surfer is my. I'm going on a rant. I'm what's the word? I'm veering off the main road. Whatever. I don't care. I have an opportunity to trash a shit stain named Dan Slott. I'm taking it. Again, I am a Silver Surfer fanboy. I have collected almost every comic that has a Silver Surfer appearance, okay? And Dan Slott ended up doing a run, okay, of Silver Surfer that was such bullshit, pathetic garbage that I literally did not buy any of the comics. I mean, that's how bad it was. So anything actually attached to Dan Slott, I don't give a rat's ass. So I have no idea if this She-Hulk show is going to be based off of the Dan Slott run. I don't know because I've never read it and I have absolutely no interest. And if, oh, by the way, if I end up seeing a Dan Slott cameo in this show, okay, I'm done. Anyway. Back to the back to this trailer reaction. Yeah, like I said, I only knew about the John Byrne run. I don't know what it's gonna be. Then it's also like the thing that kind of got me interested. Excuse me, was the fact that they were gonna have like a super criminal division or a superhero division or whatever, super criminal division. So that kind of got me interested. But then I find out they're going to be having characters like Frogman. So it's just going to be like D-run or F-run villains from like the MCU. So again, I think they're going to be more focusing on the humor aspect. And the one thing hopeful that I have for this show is seeing as how Jennifer Walters is a lawyer and working in a law firm that will be opening up a super criminal division. Hopefully, this show will be used to bring in a certain other MCU superhero that happens to be a lawyer. You know, I mean, wouldn't it make sense for this show to be a perfect starting point on how to be able to transition Matt Murdock into the MCU? I mean, is it just me? But anyway, I mean, I doubt it. I'm sure a majority of you realized how, obviously Matt Murdock would be perfect the show would be perfect to transition Matt Murdock in. So even if the show is a dumpster fire, at the very least, if they use this show to bring in Matt Murdock, that would at least be its only saving grace. I don't know, anything else? I really can't think of anything else. Yeah, again, like I said, the trailer to me, it did not really get me excited for this show. I have a feeling I'm more going to end up watching the show just so I can make videos trashing the hell out of it, making fun of it, mocking it, and all that stuff. I'll probably end up making, tearing apart videos of the show because it's probably going to be the dumpster fire I expect it to be. Yeah, I think that's it. So anyway, time to get on my high and mighty soapbox and talk about this initial hatred for this show about the lousy CGI. Now, it's not so much that people are calling out the CGI. That's fine. I even I'm doing that. Even I'm noticing the CGI and I'm calling it out. It's the fact that there are so many people who are going, the lousy CGI is what makes or breaks the show for you. You're not even going to give the show a chance based solely on the bad CGI. Go fuck yourselves, okay? Seriously. Because you are literally admitting that when it comes to the MCU, when it comes to superhero movies or superhero TV shows, you don't give a rat's ass about the story. You don't give a rat's ass about the plot, especially when it comes to the MCU. Which is why, Multiverse of Madness is so popular. You guys are literally admitting just MCU. All we want is pretty special effects, pretty CGI. Give it to us and we will support your movie. We will support your TV show. And you know what? Go screw yourselves. Okay? Because you're the reason these shows and these movies suck shit. It's like, I'm not even going to call you guys comic book movie fanboys anymore. I'm not even going to call you MCU fanboys. I'm going to call you what you are so readily willing to admit that you are. You're just CGI fanboys. That's all you are. You're CGI fanboys. And again, I don't have a problem with you not liking the CGI and not being excited for the show because of the CGI. But when you're going, oh, the lousy CGI is the only reason you're not even going to give this show a chance, I'm sorry. I'm calling you morons out on it. Okay? Tough. Okay? You don't want me to call you out on the bullshit morons that you are? Stop being bullshit morons. Okay? Jesus Christ. It's not that, well, technically it is that hard for you guys. Anyway, soapbox over, rant over. Again, I don't have a problem with people saying that they don't like the CGI and calling out the CGI. I did too. Just don't tell me the show's gonna suck based solely on the fact that the CGI sucks. You're idiots. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I guess that's it. Like I said, I just more of a relaxed, shoot the shit video format. I don't know if I'll do it on a regular basis. In the comments, for those of you who actually have subscribed and follow me for some goddamn reason I have yet to figure out, if you like this format, let me know. If you don't like this format, let me know. Because I'm here for you. I do this for you. It's just the type of guy I am. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm out of here. See ya.